And a woman chooses not to take her husband's last name, what message is she intending to send? And is that the same message her husband is likely to receive?
She asked, like, how does that come across to a man? It symbolizes a lack of trust. The same way that before we get married and I ask you to sign that prenup, and you look at me like, wow, really? The same way you get pregnant and I ask you to take a DNA test before you had your baby and we married, right? You see, look at the look at the gasping. I can't believe you would ask me that. That's what that implies. That implies that you don't trust me. That implies that you're not as invested in this as I am. And that's what I'm saying. If something as simple as a last name is that firm of something to stand on, that's crazy to me.
I've heard a lot of situations.
Hold on. I think a lot of women, like especially like her, they want to use their husband as like a clip on. Seriously, like a clip on. Take them off, use them, dump 'em to the side. I don't understand it. You want to be a boss chick. You want to live a single life, but you want to be married, and you still want to live the same way. It doesn't make sense. Um, the new way of marriage with the mindset of women here in America is unrealistic, or it's just unbelievable. I don't understand it.
Where women do not take their husband's last name, and it's generally a woman that has done so much work that her last name has earned, i.e. women who are female doctors, female lawyers, the ones who's like, I went to medical school, I went to law school, this is Dr. such and such, whatever maiden name is. Now, I personally am a fan of the hyphen. I think that when I get married, I am hyphening because the legacy that comes with my last name to me is going to be just as important as the family that I'm.
Now listen to what she said. Hyphen. It's nothing wrong with that, but she said I in my last name. I. She want to be a unit, but I stands first. I. It's all about her. It ain't about nothing but her. Um, I don't see any quality man marrying a woman who thinks like she does because I don't see her being a good wife at all. I see her living her life as she's single while being married. That's just what I see. She said what she earned. Okay, after you have earned your life and who you are, you join somebody to build an extended family if y'all want to. It's no longer a you no more. It's a you both. It's y'all combined.
Into the bloodline that I came from is legendary. We're not just going to erase minds because of tradition and what it says you're supposed to do 100 years ago.
If we gonna hyphenate the last name, let's hyphenate the bills.
Right.
Let's hyphenate the responsibilities.
Let's hyphenate the soft life.
We got to be all the way honest about this. I think that a lot of women's husbands are just boxes on their list to check off.
Yes, sir.
And what I mean by this is that if you
Didn't I just say that? Just use and dump them back to the side. Everything she said is a single person's mindset. Period. She ain't built for a marriage or even ready for one. I don't think nobody. When you see stuff like this, if the men see this, even though she's a decent looking woman, don't marry no woman like that, dude. She keep talking about her. When you build an extended family, that's a whole new legacy. You and a different person. It's not your immediate family. They're still there. That name is still there. What do you? The legend, the legacy is still there with your other family. What are you talking about? You building a new one.
really respect your man, that's something that ain't even negotiable.
The tricky part of that we witness with so many women in marriage lose their entire identity to having a husband. While we can say that, oh, it's just a trophy for you to have on, and it starts as you got to take my last name, and then you move into my house, and then you're doing holidays with my family, and then I'm planning all of the vacations, and then you become an extension of my identity and my legacy, and you have my children, and you essentially live in my shadow. At what point does a woman's...
Oh my God. Just listen to her. She don't want to do anything that's connected with the man. Everything she's saying, she don't want to do it. She want to do everything that's just solo her. She don't want to be really emotionally involved with him like that. She don't want to give all to him. She don't want to do none of that. She wants to use him as a husband, as a clip-on tie, and then throw him to the side when she done. When she want to go to maybe events and or say I ain't single, that's exactly what it seemed like to me.
Existence matter to the point where I'm still me. There are a lot of men who don't want their wives to walk in the room and say her first name. They want women to walk in the room and say, this is such and such wife.
She making too much sense. Let him have it. She making too much sense.
What?
But I know that when I walk in the room.
Hold on. She making when you're my wife. Of course, I want you to represent me as your husband, and I'm going to represent you as my wife. Ain't that what we got married? You walk in, you so you know what's crazy? I guarantee you, if it was a guy that was known, or like a rapper, a known rapper that's rich, or a basketball player, you know, athlete, she would glorify it all over the internet. Now suddenly, since he's not a known prospect, she don't want to, gloat in it.
When I walk in a room with my future husband, they're going to be able to say, this is Kara J such and such wife. I'm not just going to be such and such wife. I'm going to always have my own name.
Correct.
I'm going to always have my own identity.
That's all I had to say about this. You see, if somebody tell you who they are, you better believe them. I don't see her being a good woman to marry. Like, I just don't see it. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Comment, subscribe, like, share, do what you got to do, help the channel out. But I wouldn't marry nobody like that.